Listen to me very carefully. If you hand 10 crore rupees to someone who has a poor mindset, they are going to be completely broke in 5 years. But if you take someone with a wealthy mindset and give them absolutely zero, nothing, they will build an empire of crores in 10 years. Money is not the variable here. The mindset is the variable. Always.
10 crores. I mean, that's a completely life-changing amount of money, right? But here's the reality. If your internal operating system hasn't actually changed, all of that wealth is just going to vanish. You see it happen with lottery winners time and time again. They suddenly get the money, but because their mind is still hardwired for poverty, the universe corrects that imbalance and boom, they lose it all.
Now contrast that with the 1%. You could literally strip a truly wealthy person of every single rupee they own. Take away their businesses, their assets, leave them out on the street with absolutely nothing. And in 10 years, they will have built those crores right back. Why? Because wealth is not just a number sitting in a bank account. It is an entire way of thinking.
I'm telling you this like an elder brother right now, out of deep respect for you. And look, this might sound a bit harsh, but it is the absolute truth that you need to hear today. We constantly obsess over the money, the tactics, the economy. But guys, money is merely the symptom. Mindset is the cure.
Section 1. The Invisible Villain. Unconscious Autopilot.
You see, we all love to point fingers, don't we? We blame inflation, we blame the market, we blame the family we were born into. But the real enemy preventing you from reaching your limitless potential, it's not out there. It's an invisible villain. It's the unexamined thoughts running on absolute autopilot inside your own head. Let's look at the brain science mixed with our ancient wisdom for a second. Think about our concept of samskaras, those deep, repeated mental impressions. Well, in modern neuroscience, these are your neural pathways. Every single time you think a poor, limiting thought, that physical groove in your brain literally gets deeper. You are physically wiring a blueprint for poverty right into your biology.
But here is the incredibly powerful news. Because of neuroplasticity, you have the ultimate power to change this. Every single time you catch that poor thought and consciously replace it with a wealthy one, you carve out a brand new pathway. You are physically rewiring your brain for wealth. You are not a victim of your past. The choice is yours in every single moment.
Section 2. The Mirror. 5 Mindset Comparisons.
We're going to look into the mirror now, and honestly, this might be a little uncomfortable. First up, seeing success. When the 99% sees someone in our society driving a luxury car or building a massive enterprise, the immediate autopilot reaction is jealousy. They immediately say, oh, he must have cheated, he must have used corruption. But the 1%? They look at that exact same person and think, wait, how did he do it? What is the blueprint here? What can I learn to apply to my own life?
Next, let's talk about spending on learning. The poor mindset looks at a 500 rupee book and says, what a waste of money. Better to just put it in the savings account. It's the ultimate tragedy of false economy. Hoarding pennies while losing millions in potential. The wealthy mindset, though, looks at that exact same book and says, the knowledge in here could double my income. This is literally the highest return on investment I will ever make.
Now look at how we face failure. The 99% completely internalize failure as their identity. They say, I tried that business, it didn't work. I guess I'm just a failure. And then they quit forever. But the 1%? They view failure purely as data. They say, okay, well, that specific approach failed. What did I learn from the data, and what is my next strategic move? Then we have other people's wealth. The poor mindset creates this massive, heavy victim mentality. It's just not fair that they have so much while I struggle. Listen to me very carefully right now. Holding bitterness towards someone else's wealth only repels money away from you. The wealthy mindset instead asks, what specific value did they provide to the world that I haven't provided yet? Because curiosity attracts wealth.
And finally, how we talk about money. In our culture, we carry so much guilt around this, don't we? We're told that wanting money makes you a greedy person. The 1% completely dismantle this idea. They reframe it entirely. Understanding money isn't greed. It is a profound responsibility. If you actually understand it, you can uplift your family, you can build your community, and you can truly change lives.
Section 3. The 1% Reality. Just let this truth settle for a second. The gap between the poor and the wealthy lives entirely between your ears. That's the ultimate divide. 99% of people simply react to their circumstances based on the autopilot programming of their past. But the 1%? They consciously choose their response. They intercept the thought, they rewrite the code, and they break the cycle of their programming entirely.
I want to give you this quote directly from Rob Moore's book. If you are born poor, it's not your mistake, but if you die poor, it is your mistake. It's tough love, I know, but it's true. You have one life. You have one shot.
So here is my direct challenge to you right now. I want you to look inward. Out of all those comparisons we just went through, which poor mindset thought is yours? Come on, what is the specific limiting belief that has been silently operating in the background, keeping you from your limitless potential?
I want you to literally name it in the comments. Don't hide from it. Writing it down strips that unconscious thought of its power over your life. Bringing it out into the light is the very first step to destroying it.
Hear me on this. Every single belief can be changed. You are not your past thinking. You are who you choose to think from this exact moment forward. You have the power to be the 1%. Choose wealthy, choose limitless, choose